do such a thing, to kill the righteous with the wicked, treating the righteous and the wicked alike. Far be it from you. Will not the judge of the earth do right? Right there, Abraham's he's taking a bold step and going, hey, God, you want us to act justly. You've got to do the same thing. As we go through our lives, we know that there's we see injustice all around. This country is an example of that. You can find a lot of injustice throughout if you travel around or just talk to soldiers that go out. You can find there are things that you're just like, that is not right. What can I do to help that? And you do whatever you can, and you try to help at whatever level you're working at. That's what God's asking us to do. There was another Abraham that tried to fight injustice, and he did a pretty good job. President Lincoln said, "To sin by silence when one should speak makes cowards of men." So basically, if you just stand by and let things happen, then you're being just as cowardly as the person that's trying to oppress those other people. You have to speak up. You have to, you have to stand up for those that may not be able to stand up for themselves. So, the first thing that God wants us to do is act justly, treat people fairly. So, we go back to 6:8, we see, what the second thing that we're supposed to do. First, act justly. The second thing is to love mercy. Now, if you notice, it's not have mercy. We're not just supposed to, God's not saying, hey, be merciful to everyone. Okay? God's saying that we should love mercy. That we should want to be merciful to others, to show others mercy out of the kindness of our heart. Not because God is telling us to, or not because someone says that we need to do this. It's like, being in the army. They tell you that, hey, you're supposed to do right even when nobody's watching. Do you walk past a piece of trash and pick it up and throw it away? That's doing right when no one's watching. People will notice that kind of thing. Same thing with mercy. Are you showing mercy to those others that come to you? Or are you letting them talk to you? Are you listening? Are you extending that mercy? Maybe they made a bad decision, and you talk up to them about their bad decision, but you allow them to still move on and move forward and learn from that bad decision. I've got a saying, and I picked it up a long time ago from one of the preachers that I had in Oklahoma when I was in school. But it's, as Christians, we should hate the sin, but love the sinner. As you're going through, just because somebody does something wrong or does something against you, that doesn't mean that you should not love that person as a Christian. We're supposed to forgive. God doesn't ask us to forget; He just asks us to forgive. So that's that loving mercy. The best example I could come up with, I was trying to think of how I could, really drive this point of loving mercy home. And when I was deployed to Iraq last time, I had a soldier, a lieutenant of mine, that was kidnapped. And then they came onto his fob, they took him and 4 other soldiers. And they drove off the fob. Other soldiers had fought back, and those were the guys that they grabbed and then taken off. Well, as we were pursuing them, they stopped and executed all 5 of those soldiers. And my lieutenant had defensive wounds from being shot and everything. And that's just a really tough time for an entire unit to have people from your unit taken and then executed. And you know that there's not really anything to do that you could have done. Well, his mom, I've had the opportunity to name my second son after that lieutenant friend of mine. And, we met his mom, and she just, she showers affection on my youngest son and, treats him as hers. And, we were talking one day, and, I was still just angry about everything that had happened. And she was like, Walter, hey, you don't need to be that way. She's like, I've forgiven those guys that did it with killing Jake. I won't forget, and I can't forgive what they've done, but I've forgiven them. And I was like, wow, that's powerful. When a mom can forgive those people that have killed her son, nothing like that has happened to me. That's the kind of mercy that I hope that we can extend. That forgiveness to people. We can hate the sin, but we've got to love the sinner. And that's amazing. That she's able to do that, and to just move on with her life and allow God to heal her wounds. So the first thing that we're supposed to do is to act justly. Treat everyone fairly. Do what we're supposed to. The next thing we're supposed to do is love mercy. We try to show each other the kindness and everything out of the kindness of our heart, not because we're being told to. Well, the third thing that we're supposed to do is to walk humbly with God. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm the most humble person I know. So